House Bill HB 2282. Short title, Small Business Assistance Grant. Now, this is introduced by Representative Lieberman, and it would be heard in the House Commerce Committee on Tuesday. And this bill is great. Look, it's a rescue bill for businesses that have been put out of business as a result of the COVID debacle. Okay? So finally, we're getting some really good assistance for these businesses that went out of business. Mm-hmm. Yeah, each one of these businesses will receive $5,000. Mm-hmm. And that's some $5,000. You just been put out of business, but you're going to be rescued. They're going to give you $5,000. Mm-hmm. Outstanding, fantastic. This is someone, and this is going to help the business that have been closed because of COVID and the governor's executive orders and so on and so forth. This would be funny if it weren't so sad. So here we have the government put you out of business, and then they say, okay, fine, you're out of business, we're going to rescue you, you're going to give you $5,000. And on top of that, we, the taxpayer, have to pay for the money anyway.
What's sad about it, Jose?
You mean sadder than this?
Well, yeah, really. I mean, Lieberman introduced this, but there were 5 other members of the House that signed on to this, and there were 3 senators that signed on to this. So, you know, well, let me read you a couple of things, and you tell me. The Small Business Assistance Grant is established consisting of legislative appropriations to provide grants to small business that closed. My business is closed, why do I need a grant? I mean, the $5,000 will come in handy, but I mean, it's not going to help my business is closed. Now, the monies for these grants are going to be continuously appropriated, which means, apparently, continuously means forever. You know, I mean, every year, the legislature is going to have to do this. Now, a small business shall apply to the authority on a form prescribed by the authority owner before, and it lasts the date blank, to receive monies from the Small Business Administration. The application must include the name of the business, it's closed, so I don't have a business, the number of employees the business has at the time of the application. Well, if I'm closed, I don't have any employees. The date the business was organized. Well, what difference does that make if the business is closed? I mean,
you know, you would probably have to spend the whole $5,000 just complying with the regulations in order to get the $5,000.
Yeah. Then I go over to section H on the second page, and it says, for purposes of this section, small business means a business that meets all of the following. Operates in this state. I'm closed. I'm not operating anywhere. Employs 50 or fewer employees. I'm closed. I don't have any employees.
Well, I think it refers to before the closing.
That's not what it says.
Well, but that's
not what it says. Well, if you're going to draft a bill, know what you want to say and say it. And don't leave it open to somebody else to make an interpretation. These guys, none of them, there's 10 of them, and none of them read this bill. Legislative Council didn't read this bill either. You guys can vote for it if you want to. I think I'll pass on it.
No, I'm definitely going to recommend, I am recommending a no vote on this. It goes to the pile of bills this week that's going to be no, 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 no.